this is the stuff right here that people will look back, if America still exists, in the history books the same way that we look at that thing that happened back in the 30s and 40s, and will wonder what caused it, wonder why nobody did anything, wonder why people let it happen, wonder why. And then you'll have the list of people that were a part of it. You'll have the names of those that looked away, or I'm just doing my job, or just allowed for the heinous activities that they knew were going to happen, so it wouldn't happen to them. So it wouldn't happen to the people that they know. So it wouldn't happen to the people they care about. And we will read about these people in those history books and ask those same questions as to why. And not too often do people really hone in on history when it's happening. We don't often take a step into what potentially can be a future thought and go, where is this going, to where I can pinpoint where I was when it happened when I'm looking back at it. My brain tends to work that way. And all of these oligarchs, these billionaires on this clock app and everywhere else that are willingly selling the rest of us up the river, their names will be in those books. Those names will be with the asterisks of exactly what they did. And there will be no rewriting of history, because there will be so many things put into place to attempt to prevent this from happening again, because the rest of the folk lost the plot and chose to allow this to happen on everybody else's watch. And it's not that my generation, millennial, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, when it's time for us to head over into our Golden Girls era, and elder Gen Zers are the ones that are like teaching these things, and Gen Alphas are learning from their parents and grandparents, that'll potentially be our generation, all that. It's not going to be a way, it's not going to be a time where there's going to be, well, it was just a different time, and people didn't really understand what was going on. People fully understand what's going on. They fully understand what they are subscribing to. There has been a blueprint of this before that we have evidence of. And these people that signed our livelihoods and our freedoms away to cozy up to the dude that can't read good, the dude that allegedly smells like dirty diapers every single place he goes, the dude whose ego is so big and capacity is so small, surrounds himself with people that are exactly the same way, and they think that they're in good company, and they think that we're going to look back and thank them in some way, be grateful that they did this, because innovation and initiative and those fabled bootstraps, we pulled ourselves up by them, even though in order to be a billionaire, you have to exploit other people to be able to be that. They're going to look at that and go, yeah, we sold y'all out, but look at what we were able to create. Look at what we were able to do after we sold y'all out. It's beyond, oh, those pages are stuck together. There's going to be a means where people are going to refuse to print those history books, because it goes beyond the winner gets to write the history. It's the one person is going to be allowed to dictate what goes into this history book now, and if it's unfavorable to them, the history book just don't get made. And we're going to be in a place like Book of Eli type of situation. We're going to be in a place where education and all these, like, we like to look at those things as some dystopian like fantasy. It's like, bro, it's here. It's here. We just posted about the parable of the sower today. We're living it. We've been living it. It's no longer fiction. It's no longer fantasy. It is reality. And anybody that is attempting to convince you that is not is the one that's playing the games along with these other people, along with these billionaires, and thinking that they gonna be one of them if they just fall in line. They gonna be saved if they just fall in line. They are going to be looked at as the good ones if they just fall in line. But the line is going to hell. And some of them are like, cool, but as long as I'm with my friends, hell gonna be fun. And it's like, no, because then y'all gonna have to be around each other. And then the real infighting starts. And the rest of us don't get to see that, because we would love to see the billionaire leopards eat each other's faces. That would be great. But when all is said and done, because America is on its 459th leg, and empires usually last 250 years. And the way that America has been speed running its demise since 2015, hopefully, will be studied. And everybody that went along to get along, because they thought that if I just shortcut my way through this, I can double back and fix it in time, like some makeshift time traveler. It's like, that's not how this gonna go. That's not how this gonna go. And it's gonna be so funny to watch it all burn. It's gonna be so funny to watch it all burn, because y'all gave us the matches. You tried to cut off access to gas. You tried to cut off access to resources. But y'all have played with people who have had to make something out of nothing for decades. Us for millennia. So it's going to be so much fun to watch it all burn.